Kani kadiga Batisi TV, mat pidang pek yaki kubor baman kasni, belawan rasha pida ka Orange Nissan Loom Sopo near Fire Brigade Shillong, ringkat bat ka eco-friendly enterprise, ki plakot nagamenta ki jingdon kam hakasong, bat kara karong.
Kajialang kabalakot penlong do lampang ka yung darbar tawaan kini kejela Meghalaya uba met ba lingdo hakakat sautrek mentabna jembang arajar arpau. Lawan isi mentalang ru da menteri rang ba kejela Konrad Kongkal Sangma ki menteri sarkar kentop ru yau nong yalam kaliang persya haying darbar tawaan u Dr. Mukul Sangma bat ki MLA ke seng kongres ki bala syem yakarai banyatrelang kum kawai ke kenhon na kabenta banyak kuntma persya ye kejingpang coronavirus hakani kejela Meghalaya. Hakani kejalang na kaliang Chief Secretary jong kejela UMS Rao ula ye kejingtep ke babnya halor ki nong sosnong kejela Meghalaya ki badang sakot si kejela baper jong kari India nangta halor kejing penbiang jong sarkar ikila jeda haki jaka ajing sumar bat kumjuru kejingbo ye testing center hakaleng kejela.
Had a very fruitful discussion and the government has given the presentations on the status of the how exactly the government is taking different steps in the fight against COVID-19. And we had also had a lot of detailed discussion on many aspects with regards to the suggestions and inputs which have been given by all the honorable MLAs and where the government has taken note of it, and which we will all continue to fight together with all the 60 MLAs fight together this war against COVID-19.
I think the most important message of this meeting is that all the legislatures and all the opposition and the ruling are working together in this fight against COVID. Another very important thing was that we got very good suggestions from all the members who were present out here, and it only helps the government and the officials to improve on this entire operation and work that we're doing against COVID right now. As you are aware, the operations are big, so every suggestion that comes in is good for us. So once again, I thank the Honourable Leader of Opposition and all the MLAs, and most importantly the Honourable Speaker for calling this meeting and really allowing us to explain what the steps we've taken, and also giving us a lot of good suggestions on how to improve the work that we're doing.
You see, there are two things. One is the technicalities part. Another part is, how other measures which are required to be put in place as supplementary have been discussed, and then it has been quite an exhaustive discussion. Now the concern obviously is to ensure that we really take advantage of the situation. We are grateful to God that as a state we didn't have case. Somehow we have few cases, they have recovered, and we hope that Meghalaya will continue to remain free from this infection. But the fact is that keeping in mind what is happening across the globe, we're dealing with a pandemic, and pandemic pertaining to a virus which is highly infectious, and the whole scientific community is grappling and working over time to have the vaccine and the medicine in place. But till then, we need to ensure that whatever has been achieved as a state, along with the collective endeavor of the people thus far, is really taken mileage upon, and see that we are able to keep the state free from virus. Our children, our workers who were otherwise stranded in other states are now returning. Therefore, there is a need for the government to really see that all of them are screened properly to ensure that if there is any chance of any of our citizens who are returning have contracted the virus, is given the kind of attention and the treatment as required, as per the protocol. Now, the most important thing from technical perspective is that besides the protocol which has been issued from time to time by ICMR, that is considered as something which is the minimum SOP. But over and above that, if we want to ensure that Meghalaya has to be free from any infection, over and above that, what more measures will have to further top up? the issue of the advisory for 14 days quarantine and the issue of the testing at the time of entry by using the rapid diagnostic test to identify the presence of antibodies, this has been discussed from technical perspective, and how we must again look at the fact rather than opinion, because the importance of this test will enable us to know where the enemy is, where the virus is, whether virus is coming along with any of our citizens. And if we know, then we know how to fight. If we don't know, then we don't know how to fight. So the most important aspect here is to ensure that if anybody has contracted the virus, are the measures that is put in place are enough for us to detect such citizens who are returning to the state, to verify whether they have by chance contracted the virus, and if so, what are those further measures which are required to be. Now, I have shared a concern about the practical application of the protocol issued by ICMR from time to time. Now, if, for example, for understanding of a layman who probably will not have that knowledge as a member from medical fraternity, is that when we are subjecting all those friends who are returning through rapid diagnostic test for antibody, negative, the test might become positive or negative. So a proper advisory has to be given. Number one, to avoid panic. If somebody tests positive, it doesn't mean that the person is actually testing positive because he has contracted COVID-19 virus. It can be because the person concerned might have contracted other virus belonging to coronavirus family. He will demonstrate the antibody in the body. Another part is if the person has contracted the virus and have not developed antibody inside the body, the test will be negative. That doesn't mean that the person has not contracted the virus. Even a person who has contracted the virus, if there has not been enough time for that person to develop antibody inside his immune system, then it will be showing negative. Result will be negative. And at the same time, there may be also people who may have suppressed immunostatus. If somebody's immune status is a little suppressed due to various factors, then obviously the person will not show antibodies inside his body. The immune system will take longer time. So there is a variation. Another part is that, okay, now if you are quarantining after receiving these returnees, quarantining presuming the incubation period of the disease. The incubation period has shown to be variable. It is not static. It is not that, okay, there is a specific time for any person to show that from the time of contracting the virus till manifestation of disease, which we refer as incubation period, is same for everybody. It differs from person to person. Now, if a person who has contracted the virus, or in other words, if a person who is infected with COVID-19 is quarantined together with the family members, there are two concerns. One is that, are we really ruling out presence of any member of the family who may be predisposed to various other diseases and therefore likely to develop complications once infected? You have many other predisposing diseases which can create that kind of situation for some people. We also talk about the senior citizens, elderly people. If the family has elderly people, if you are sending the people who are likely to be carrying the virus, God forbid that they carry virus, but then if somebody by chance, you have to ensure that we are able to protect the senior citizens, we are able to protect the vulnerable members of the family. So this part has to be properly audited and seen. Therefore, quarantining means it's a issue of enforcement. It's not just advisory. Therefore, a clear message is there, okay, we are enforcing these quarantining measures only because we want to win the war against the virus. And how the social stigma and other things are required to be addressed is already discussed. It is a continuous exercise. I think we should all engage in that because there are lots of report which continues to pour in, where social stigma is again going to be another factor which will come on the way in our fight against the virus, and we might get weakened because of this. Because here in this case, who is the most important person if we want to ensure that we know where the virus is hiding, and we ensure that the virus doesn't find another new host? The person who is likely to be infected is the most important person here in our fight against the virus. And another thing is that if somebody is already known to have been infected, he's the most important person. We must take care of him. We must take care of him in all respects, including providing all psychological, mental support, everything. Because only then, when he recovers, the virus is dead. The virus doesn't get a chance to find another new host. So these are all these things which, keeping in these aspects in mind, we have talked, okay, the state should look at, further re-strategizing the approach in dealing with identifying, people who are likely to be contracted by the virus, or in respect of the whole process of quarantining. When we are quarantining a person who has returned with the members of the family, say, take for example, there are 5 members. You cannot presume and assume that all the 5 members of the family will contract the virus if the person who has returned is infected. 14 days quarantine as per ICMR guidelines. What happens if one of the member get infected from the already infected person on the 13th day? It's a common sense. Supplement on the technicalities with some common sense. Therefore, we need to relook at our SOP, the protocol which are put in place. We must further supplement on the protocol which is issued by ICMR from time to time. Because here now, so far, God has been kind, we are grateful to God that the state had few cases, they have all recovered. But the most important thing now is that, okay, let us protect the state from getting the virus. And if somebody is there, we must win this battle and ensure that the state is capable of protecting its citizens. While we are fighting against this virus during this pandemic, I must tell you one thing, that we are still in a process to learn more and more about the virus, its behavior. Now, there are lots of clinical surprises which we are being confronted with this virus. There are also instances where the cases are reported to be atypical, meaning the manifestation of the symptom is not confined to only symptoms of pulmonary infection or confined to the respiratory problems initially perceived to be associated with COVID-19 infection. In addition to the atypical, there are asymptomatic and people who have mild symptoms. Therefore, you see, it becomes more important for us to share this information with everyone. If somebody is having likelihood of exposure to anybody who might have contracted the virus, even if he is showing some other symptom, not necessarily symptom which is linked to pulmonary system, then also there must be reason for the medical fraternity, the doctors, the frontline workers to take all the necessary precaution, and therefore the test becomes very crucial. Those are few technicalities. See, technicalities has to be based on fact. It can't be based on opinion. Okay? We cannot change fact through opinion. So these are facts. So based on these facts, if we have to win the war against the virus, then there are some few modification of the approach that we have adopted, and that is the suggestion that we have shown. Few things have been corrected. One thing is about the essential commodities, the price rise you could see, because the government fixed the rate of rise at ₹30. That was not acceptable, because the rise which was lifted from the FCI go down was at ₹22.50. Okay. Therefore, there was a necessity for us to raise this question. If ₹22.50 is the rate at which rice is being lifted from the FCI, what is the total cost for transportation till the respective district capitals where you have the godowns of the wholesalers? For the information of all concerned, from Guwahati to Tura, per kg, the maximum cost for transportation, including the labor charges, will be ₹1.30 per kg. So these issues were shared. Therefore, the rate at which people were being compelled to buy was unfortunate. And they have corrected it. I am happy. But in the process, people have suffered. Therefore, these consultations are important. Now, when we raise issues to indicate certain deficiencies or certain perceived deficiencies, even if deficiencies perceived, it requires certain amount of consultation and discussion for course correction. And that is the purpose of this type of consultation. And even if we don't have this kind of consultation, we continue to, draw the attention of the government of the day through various measures, through press briefing, through writing letters. That is how we have done. So in a democracy, the party in power and the party in opposition must always come together. And the priorities has to be always the state and the people. There should not be any other priority. And when you are talking about this priority, that means even if I have to be blunt, sometimes truth is bitter. Truth is bitter. So it is my job to be honest. When we are not honest, we are not going to point a finger to draw the attention to correct anything which is required to be corrected on an urgency, on an urgent basis. Then what happens? We all fail. We all will ultimately be bearing the brunt. Therefore, in our given vibrant democratic system, it is only expected that you have seen how our Indian National Congress actually responded when we saw untold, unprecedented human suffering. The human suffering which was visible not only before the people of the country, but before the people of the whole world, the global community. Therefore, it was necessary for us to send a strong message. Look, we care. We care. If there is no one to indicate that somebody is there to care, what happens then? Even in a family. If there is one member of the family, maybe one of the siblings in the family, is made to feel that he is not important or nobody bothers for him, then what happens?